Hello, reacting new video. Today we're gonna take a look at the cup again. That is colorful, the color cup. We're going to take a look today at a funny team here with the Castform, as well as the PvP and the Swampert. You see already we are not using any of the two basic meta Pokemon there, but we will be able to utilize our funny looking Castform here, which has access to Solar Beam. Do we hit it? We sadly do not hit it yet. Maybe we hit it still, but actually if I baited here, would have been way better off, as I see here right now, because I actually still get to another charge move here. We're going to have a funny team here. We're going to have a team that is kinda off meta. Of course, like if you just look at the normal Great League, PvP and Swampert would be still kinda meta. Also not really that relevant recently, but still a very decent core there. But here we're going to encounter now a Ferrothorn, which is going to be really awkward, because yeah, Ferrothorn kinda beats both my Swampert as well as my PvP. But if we're going to bait here, we're going to be able to actually win this game, and we're going to be able to actually go for the Earthquake here. And one Earthquake from a Shadow Swampert will be easily enough to knock out this opponent's Ferrothorn. So goodbye there. Next opponent here, we're going to encounter Marshtomp in the lead. This is kind of funny, someone bringing some spicy as well. We are now in elo range, and I had crazy Q times for those battles. And we are battling against very good people. Like this person here right now, I battled him so many times already when I tried hard for like leaderboards back in the day. So like I know that he's really good. But also I know that we completely hardwalled him. And this is a story that is kind of going through the entire video here right now. There is so much RPS going on. I mean, look at this again. I encountered so many Toxapex in the lead in my last video, which you might saw with the Shiftry team, where I went 13-2. So I decided to go ahead and go for the Swampert lead team. I actually kind of wanted to bring first the lead of the Castform, because I thought maybe some more Trevenant would be there. But after playing my games before, I encountered so many Toxapex leads, so I went for my Swampert lead. I don't know if I encountered even a single Toxapex lead afterwards anymore, which was kind of wild. So I lost lead a ton of times, I got hardwalled a ton of times, but actually Castform, as you can see here, is going to town, and Castform just destroying the entire opponent's team here as well, which could be a funny one, as we're going to be able to go ahead, go for another Weather Ball here, trying to get the shield, and we can swap out now as well, allowing us to go for the Hydro Cannon here. And this is looking pretty decent for us. We will be able to just shield this move up. Seed Bomb is, of course, knocking us out theoretically, but you will be able to go for another charge move here. They can go and overfarm a little bit, but we should be fine here, right? Like, they can only max, like, go maybe for one Seed Bomb if they actually get there, which I don't even know if they do. And I don't think a Seed Bomb going to knock us out here. We're pretty bulky XL. It's going to be resisted, and it's still going to knock us out. Most likely perfect range for them to knock me out there. Most likely just did perfect amount there, which was really sad to see. But what's funny to see here is that the next opponent didn't have an answer for Swampert, so goodbye there. You see already, it's just literally either you get walled or the opponent get walled. And next game here, we're going to see our Bomber Snow in the lead, and Lantern is a safe swap. Good for us here, as we're going to be able to go into our PvP against the Lantern. It's amazing. But yeah, as you see here, again, it's kind of wild what's going on here right now. I don't really understand why this is so RPS-y right now, but literally either I hardwall my opponent or my opponent hardwalls me, and it's like nothing else right now, which is kind of wild. But here we'll encounter that they're going to go for the serve. We have to take the next serve as well. Like, there's no other way for me to have a chance in this battle. They're going to swap out here actually into a Warren, and we still have a chance now. We have to call bait here though, otherwise like they will be able to just have too much of an advantage. I will be able to go for the Weather Ball here. I need some shield advantage for the Lantern, and I'm going to like call this here, and of course I call the wrong move, and we're gonna go down here. Like, if I actually called the correct move here, I guess I might actually still have a chance of winning this pretty easily, but yeah. Next opponent, what do we do against Kingdra? Sorry, I didn't expect Kingdra in this meta, and I don't think Kingdra is meta, but it's currently available, it seems like, because this Pokemon will be able to kind of destroy me here, as neither, like, no Pokemon on my team actually has anything to do against this Pokemon, which doesn't make this team really bad, to be fair. Like, this team actually worked out as still went positive with this team, which is kind of funny, because we have none of the meta Pokemon in there, and we see here some very interesting Pokemon that we have literally nothing against them, but it's still, it's I don't know, it's kind of funny. We see here the Toxapex coming in. I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this matchup here right now, because yeah, like, double water already, and like, both of them beat my other two water types, so it's going to be a really tough one. I can catch the Sludge Wave here on my Castform, but this is not really the matchup you want to be in. I can go for the Weather Ball on the Swampert here, but unless I will be able to like knock everything out with my PvP, there's not going to be a chance for me to win this game here. I will be able to just take this brine, and I will be able to farm them all the way down here, but you see already our Pelipper goes down pretty fast. I can go for the Hurricane against the Kingdra, which knocks them out. Sadly, they were not in range for Weather Ball yet. And we encounter Ferrothorn in the back. Imagine I would have got my Castform onto this Pokemon and we would have been able to win this game, but of course, if they have two Water-type Pokemon ABA style, it's a little bit tricky there, as they're gonna go ahead, go for the Power Whip and still win this game. But yeah, like you see, the battles are insanely fast, by the way. I had for 15 battles, I think around like 32 minutes of footage, which usually is around 40 to 45 minutes of footage, just because it's either I get hard-rolled or my opponent gets hard-rolled, which is kind of hilarious. If you're going to go for a charge move here, I don't really want to get hit by another Shadow Ball there. Would be able to survive it maybe, but like, yeah, I don't really want to do that. As we're going to be able to hopefully go for one Solar Beam here, but I actually should most likely already throw my move here, but I don't, which was not really the smartest idea, as they're gonna go for the brine and they're going to be able to knock me out, and I can go ahead and go into my Swampert. Swampert now going to have not really the best time against the Ferrothorn. I have to hope that they don't have Thunder. If they have Thunder, I'm completely screwed here anyway, so I'm just going to play for that. And what we're going to encounter now is the opponent being able to just, yeah, kind of command the entire matchup. We are not even in a Hurricane, but I don't think they know this. So they're actually going to shield this move up, which is amazing. I have to overfarm a lot again to get to the next move, which is also not even a Hurricane yet. But they're still going to shield here, which is amazing for us, of course. As they're going to go ahead, and I can go for another charge move here, which will allow me to put them into range for one Hydro Cannon. And we will be able to go ahead, go into our Swampert. I can go for the Earthquake here, but it's still going to be a tough one because they have one move stored, but I hope it's only one move. If they're at 100 energy, they win. If they are at not 100 energy, I will be able to win this. And I will be able to win this because I can just barely get to this Weather Ball, and this should be enough. So Pelipper was actually really the MVP in this game here. Being able to destroy basically the Ferrothorn just with all the baits was kind of wild. Next opponent, here we're going to encounter a team that's very weak, it seems like, against Fire-type Pokemon, which I'm happy about, but don't be fooled, Whimsicott is running Hurricane. I have literally no idea what's going on here right now, but the Weather Ball is coming through here, of course. This will be getting the shield, and I have another one, bro. Like, I have another one for you stored, and this will not get the shield here. But we're gonna get out the Togedemaru, which they have to go straight for the Wild Charge. There's no other option for them, allowing me to just get into my Swampert, get some energy lead, and we see a Trevenant coming in, where I can go for the Hydro Cannon, which still does around 50% of the health. And I will be able to go into my Pelipper, just completely locking them down here, and I will be able to easily win this game. Good game there. Next opponent, like also the opponent just now was triple weak to fire, which is funny. Next opponent, here we're going to be able to have another horrible lead and a Toxapex in the back. What a surprise. What a creative team here. As they're going to be able to go at least for one Hurricane here. We will be able to shield up the move from the opponent or not. It's going to be Brian, that's amazing. So we get a shield advantage or switch advantage here, and I take the switch advantage all day long. Let's see what they're going to do here. They're going to go ahead and give me the switch advantage actually, which is amazing. As now we can align our Fireboy Castform against the opponent's Trevenant, and hopefully they have something weak against our Swampert in the back. Shadow Ball coming through, fine for us. We see the Tentacruel in the back. This should be pretty decent, right? Honestly, I don't know why my opponent does it here right now, but they're actually gonna go for the bait with the Acid Spray, which is a weird one because I feel like Scald already would do enough damage to put me into range and could debuff me, so interesting play there. Here, I will be able to go for another bait here, but sadly, as you might have seen there already, this was a CMP tie, and sadly, we don't have enough energy yet on our Castform in order to get to the Solar Beam. Sadly, Solar Beam is a move that takes a lot of energy. I think it's 80 energy that you need, and you only generate 6 per fast move there, so you need around, let me think about this, 14 fast moves to get to the move, I think. So that's a lot of turns, that's 28 turns to get to the Solar Beam, so that's not really ideal. What's also not really ideal is that the opponent is running Thunder on their Ferrothorn, so this will force me to go for the bait here. Hopefully they're going to shield this move up, because then I will be able to still go for a one Hurricane here right now, which will either get the shield or the knockout. Let's see, they're going to actually let this move go through, and they're going to go down there anyway, so good game there. And we see the opponent forfeiting. Good game there. Next opponent. You see already those games are insanely fast for whatever reason. As we see the Galvantula against us now in the lead, this is not ideal whatsoever. I will be able to go ahead and go for the Hydro Cannon at least, and I will be able to shield up the move from the opponent. But Lunch is coming through here. We will go ahead and go for another Hydro Cannon. The issue is right now, and I should swap out here to be fair. I should swap out immediately here. I have to shield up again, otherwise I will get knocked out by this lunge, and they're going to not even swap out, but I have a ton of energy stored, so I'm going to swap. And we see the Toxapex coming in. We have the Tropius still, we have the Toxapex now against our Pelipper. It's actually looking all pretty fine, as we will be able to go for the Hurricane here, getting them low. We survive one Sludge Wave, we will be able to go for another charge move here as well with the Weather Ball, which is going to get them even lower. And I think we're in a pretty decent spot here right now. Let's take a look at this, we will be able to get them pretty low. And we can go ahead and go into the Swampert here as well, as this will be a pretty easy game. We will be able to go ahead and go for the charge move here, and this will be decent, as we see now the Castform against the opponent's Tropius. They have a shield advantage, but this shield advantage literally doesn't matter. They can go for aerial ace all they want, as we will be able to just hit those Wither Balls now pretty fast here with our Castform. They're going to let the move go through, and we will be just able to farm them all the way down, so that's going to be a very good game. Next opponent, let's take a look who we have here. We have a Victini here. I think I misplayed this game a lot. Let's take a look at this. We see the opponent going into the Trevenant. I guess this is fine here right now, as we're still going to have to shield up this Shadow Ball coming through here, or not. We're going to let this move go through this time around. Honestly, in terms of if I would recommend you Castform is pretty cool, but if I would want to play this team again, I would actually most likely gonna go ahead and go for the Litleo. Litleo is a very cool Pokemon, having access to Incinerate, Flame Charge, and Crunch, allowing you to completely lock down basically the opponent's Trevenant, resisting both moves, especially the Shadow Ball, double resisting this one, which is going to be amazing. So Litleo might be actually a cool Pokemon to take a look at this meta. Haven't built one yet. You would have the starters for it right now, but I feel like building a Litleo is right now not really my main objective. As we see the opponent going for the V-Crates the entire time, which is a smart move there, I guess, but like I thought they would go for Psychic, which just one-shot me, and now we have to deal with this Abomas now, and this is not really looking too good. We will be able to catch the move here, which is going to be the Weather Ball, which is pretty decent for us, but if I didn't play it that horribly against the Victini there, I most likely would have been good, but here we will see that we're going to be able to go for one Hydro Cannon. The opponent let this move go through, which was smart by them, as now they can go for one Weather Ball and knock me out. I can try to farm them down, but if there's an Energy Ball, we're gonna lose here, and we're just barely going to lose here. So like a lot of very close battles here as well. So we're going to encounter the next opponent again. I don't know why I don't think I haven't faced a single Toxapex lead yet, while I faced so many in the last team where I had my own Toxapex in the lead as well. That was kind of wild, because like honestly I think this team is way better than what you've seen so far here, but I just had so many horrible matchups. Like I had so many unlucky matchups, which was not really the things that I saw prior to when I battled this team, and I don't think it really changed that much in like 5 minutes. I was just unlucky not getting any good leads with my Swampert here. But I will be able to at least farm down this Toxapex here, which will get to another charge move here, which you're going to let go through. Going to be a Sludge Wave, which is kind of funny. And this game is actually, I think, one of my favorite games. We will see now the Marowak coming in, which is a Pokemon that you don't really want to face here, but it's going to be an interesting one. This Pokemon access to, of course, a Bone Club, which will be super effective, but not really a strong move. And we only have our Weather Ball. Weather Ball going to do some still decent damage here, as you can see. Going to get the shield here, which is amazing. But we have to shield up the next move as well. Going to be the Bone Club. I can go for one more fast move, go for the Weather Ball. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get the shield here as well. And I do. And you know what? I'm going to, I think, just let this move go. No, actually going to shoot this move up. Never mind. But I will be able to just get the Trevenant very low, which is very important for me. Because if they go for the Shadow Ball here, I'm still fine. I have a 1 HP version of Swampert in the back with basically 100 energy, allowing us to go for one Hydro Cannon here and another one to finish off this battle. I hope you enjoyed those battles here as well. Castform was a lot of fun, to be fair. I think this team works out pretty well. I would use Litleo instead if I had one, but also I think I had a lot of unlucky matchups, but still hope you enjoyed this one. See you next one. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.